Hi Capricorn, welcome to your mid-November reading. This is going to be a general spread for the mid-month of November, but if you want a personal reading, I'll leave my information in the description box. All right, let's get into this. I was actually, very pleasantly surprised to see your cards. Just because, I've been doing really up until now, the entire, going right through the zodiac. And this is like a significant change from the collective energy, and I hope it applies to you. Obviously with, the tail end of Scorpio season being right here, your first card's coming up is surrender. We have that card of fear, but it feels like fear of newness, and it feels like fear of like a good experience. And I think, that happens sometimes. Like, for example, if we meet somebody new, we really get along, really like them, but there's those things that pop up. And that's what happens when there's that shift in vibration, that shift in experience, where things inevitably no longer align and are kind of pushed up to the surface. And Scorpio season's great for that. Especially as we're, kind of going through these eclipses. We have two more, right? And into Sagittarius season, which I think is going to be a lot more joyful and fun for all of us. And I say that very cautiously. It feels like it's like a decision to have fun. Like I was giving, who was it, Aquarius, the example. Like, my entire family's coming to visit me in Mexico for Thanksgiving, which is next week. And I could either look at it as a very anxiety-inducing, pressure-ridden, thing where it's like, oh, I have to be on, and, I have to, especially nowadays, there's a lot of, divides and a lot of things. There's just a lot to navigate through, is I guess what I'm saying. Or I could look at it as a space of like, oh yeah, I get to see my family. Like, heck yes, what a blessing. Let's have some fun. And just kind of, it feels like surrendering kind of back to like a more simple, again, going just directly into the heart space is really all it is. And it's lovely because, your reading clearly surrounds the energy of love, yes, but of joy and enjoyment. And with that, a lot of things coming up. But I feel like when you can see them for exactly that, you can just kind of, you don't have to stay there. Like, oh yeah, this is coming up, but let me just kind of keep going. I don't know how to describe it. Obviously, it's going to be a different scenario for each person, but the central energy is the lovers. This is Gemini, but this is also the kind of split in the path. I can continue this way, or, this is encouraging you to go down a new route of experience here with the Fool card. So we have that here. So when it comes up, when it arises, you can just kind of lean into it, taking a leap of faith. Lovers crossed by the Hangman. This is about thinking, considering. It's 10 of Pentacles. It's so beautiful. It's interesting. Everything stems from somewhere. This is, to me, energetic conflict. It's not direct conflict, though. I see it here with the Five of Wands. It's like a little bit internal, and it's a little bit of a heavy load. And it's coming from, and I think this happens, especially if we're talking about love relationships, where, until the right person comes around, the rest aren't supposed to work out. So when you can look at it from that perspective, you can kind of let things go. And this requires a certain level of standing, again, in your center, in faith and in trust. It's really beautiful. Some of you, if you already have a family, already in a relationship, I'm definitely seeing like family. I'm feeling, very happy, abundant. Some of you, though, that are looking for love, that are single, it's coming in after. It's like when you least expect it. It's saying practice being open, practice surrendering, practice not having to have control, practice not having to make sense of it, practice just having that doorway open. Some of you can even have two options. Like, which one do I choose? Especially if it's been like a long time since there's been anybody that kind of struck a chord in your heart. And if this is not you, I would encourage you to be open to it. It feels like a little bit past like this week into the end of this month is where things feel like they open up a little bit more. It's really nice, my goodness. The only thing, I mean, really, when I'm looking at this, the only thing holding you back from receiving, really stepping in and like, you know, I'm seeing like a hot tub, like really like settling down and relaxing into this gushiness is like the old stuff that kind of pops up. I mean, you have the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups. There's two people in this. You have the Lovers, the 2 of Cups, the 10 of Cups. I mean, this is the jackpot when it comes to like feeling a certain way in the context of relationships. They feel healthy, they feel even, or they have that potential to turn into that. And I believe truly we live in a psychosomatic universe where essentially our thoughts create our reality. And I think we are in these times where that is kind of the time delay is speeding up. So, you know, as we think very clear and keep our energy really clear, we learn that there's not much of a long delay. It's not like years. So this is very beautiful. Knight of Cups, excuse me. Some of you can be going on a trip as well. I'm seeing that here. The common theme though here, no matter why you came to this reading, there's something coming into your world that brings a next level of harmony. It fulfills you emotionally, clearly, but I mean, abundance can manifest in many ways. It's talking about it affects your finances and it affects your emotional state. With that, though, there's some of these emotional highs and lows where things are coming up again because you are or about to experience something. It feels really, really positive. It's saying we're going in that direction. You should be able to feel it, or you'll start to feel it soon. I'm also being drawn to say, you know, your birthday feels very significant. We're kind of, I mean, not there yet, but we're kind of wrapping up this year and getting into your season eventually. Where I feel like, you know, making a birthday wish, making a clear intention of what you want to experience next. Because it looks like you're going in from a place of like, there's like strong boundaries here. End of this, and this is what we're opening with. 10 of Cups, and I'm seeing my life in this perspective, putting on my rose-colored glasses and deciding I'm happy now. Thoughts do come, you know, thoughts do become things. All right, I want to read some of the oracle cards that I pulled. So the first one is Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. Really beautiful. I don't know if you can see that. You are heaven and earth in perfect expression. A conduit for the light of the heavens to the earth. You are the rainbow bridge. Take time to meditate. Imagine yourself as a pillar of light connecting the light of the heavens above with the earth. As the light shines through each of your chakras, you activate the rainbow bridge that many ancient scriptures speak about, raising your vibration and the vibration of the planet. Linking the higher realms of the cosmos, guides, angels, and spirit with the ancient wisdom keepers and beings of planet Earth. They dance together through you, they sing together through you. Without your body, voice, and creations, neither can be expressed. For too long we've been taught that God is outside of us. By giving away our power to angels and spirit guides. But without you, they do not have a voice. You are the oracle. Do not look for guidance outside, for you hold all of the wisdom of the entire universe in the portal of your heart, in every cell of your body. Do not see the angels and guides as above you, for without you they have no way of communicating. You are the oracle. You are the rainbow bridge. You are the pillar of light. It says, I allow the light of the heavens and the light of the earth to flow through me. I activate the codes of remembering within my cells and chakras. I activate my system as a rainbow bridge between heaven and earth. Gosh, is this a beautiful card. I don't think I've ever read this card in this deck. And it's fairly new, not that new though. Okay, let me read one more card. I mean, that one felt so very fitting, especially when we're talking about living in the heart dimension. You are not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. Oh, I love this card. Yeah, you guys are lovely. Like such interesting, quirky, unsuspecting. My father's a Capricorn. My best friend, cousin, she's a Capricorn. So many people in my life. You're not for everyone, though. Especially those Capricorns coming to tarot readings. Oh, lovely balance. Okay, the world is filled with people who, no matter what you do, just won't like you. But it's also filled with those who will love you fiercely. They are your people. You're not for everyone, and that's okay. Talk to the people who can hear you. Don't waste your precious time and gifts trying to convince others of your value. They won't ever want what you're selling. Don't try to convince them to walk alongside you. You'll be wasting your time and theirs, and it will likely inflict unnecessary wounds that will take precious time to heal. You're not for them, and they're not for you. Politely wave them on and continue on your way. Sharing your path with someone is sacred. Don't cheapen it by rolling yours in the wrong direction. Keep facing your true north. Pulling this card means you're being called to embrace your uniqueness, to own your weirdness, to let the world see who you truly are, to reveal your multifaceted, multidimensional nature, not to dim your light according to who is in your presence, to own all parts of yourself so that your people, the ones who are the same kind of weird as you, can recognize you when your paths cross. How can you embrace your weirdness and not care so much about what other people think? Beautiful. Yeah, I think we're all kind of going through this embracing of true self. We've been stripped away and stripped away. And you know, you look like, I mean, looking at these cards, whoever's still listening to this reading, it looks like you have stripped away so much. And it feels like it's really, truly creating this harmonious energy in your life. And when you're holding that, there's a tendency to dip back down because it feels new. It feels uncomfortable. It feels like, how can I possibly, how can everything be going so right? Sometimes. It's a good thing. The more that you are you, the more that you align with things that are for you. I feel like it's true. I had this weird calling, and it was speaking to me for a few years actually, and I kept avoiding it. I think when I was maybe 13, I decided I meant to be blonde. And it took me a long time, like 20 years or so, to finally go back and embrace how I naturally am. And something inside of me clicked. It's not like I have to stay this way forever, but there's something about me that clicked when I don't know, it felt like embraced a part of me that I didn't really even pay attention to. I didn't think it was correlated to any part of me that wasn't embracing myself. You just kind of bypass certain things and perspectives. There's a part of me reading your energy that feels like I want to say just shine really brightly as you are. You don't have to prove yourself. You don't have to be anything. I know Capricorns are really high achieving. Like, I have to do this to be able to be deserving of that sometimes. They have a little bit of that. Like, if I work really hard, I'll get it all. Where I think we are leading into this new experience now on Earth, where we're learning about, again, manifestation and the ability that you can actually bring things to you faster and easier with less work through manifestation. And I'm talking about really digging deep into those feelings. How does it feel? And creating that harmonious space to live in, to kind of get, again, cozy in before it happens. Anyways, I don't need to tell you guys about that, but it just definitely feels like that level of mastery, especially with that oracle card, especially with these beautiful, beautiful, I mean, these cards are cards of mastery. You're ready for the new path to open here with that Lover's card, the Two of Cups. You're ready for this harmonious energy. You have a lot to give, and you're open to receive. Yeah, I mean, these are beautiful cards. The ones that look negative, I mean, to me, it's like 10 of Wands. We're ready to let the burdens of the past go. The past doesn't exist anymore. Thank you. Because it truly helped you to get to where you are. The things you had to say no to, the things you had to say yes to. It kind of aligned you until you were kind of in this space that was really clear, like a sharp note. All right, I'm going to end it here because I'm babbling a little bit, but this is a beautiful reading. I hope you enjoyed it, Capricorn. I will be back soon with more readings. I think I'm going to do some more about love. I feel like I haven't focused on that in a while, so I'm going to do some of those. And if you want, again, personal reading, I'll leave my information below. Thank you guys for all of your support. I read all your messages, and thank you for your subscriptions. Yeah, until next time. Take care, Capricorn.